Hey guys, you got the Dragon here. This is a good loyal customer of mine. This is kid's COOLSTER 125, and there's part of it, and please don't mind the mess because I'm half moving in and half trying to work. That's the body to it. It's a little Spider-Man theme, and they call it the COOLSTER 125. So anyway, he brought it to me and said that, you know, he couldn't imagine why it wasn't running because it had good compression, it was getting spark, and it was getting fuel. So I got it, and you know, of course, first thing I'm going to do is check the compression, because people like hold their finger over the spark plug hole and they do all these things, or they hold a hand on the carburetor and say, oh, it's sucking real good. So anyway, I did a compression test on it, and I think I had 30 psi or something like that. It was really, really bad, so I immediately knew something was wrong. I checked the valves. Valves were fine, so obviously the next thing is it's going to be rings or piston or something. So I tore the top end off of the motor, and here's the old motor. Of course, the lighting, as usual, is not very good, and the camera probably won't focus either, so let's hang on here. Yeah, you just got to wait for a while. That's how this works. Sometimes if I move it in or out, there we go. Yeah, it pretty much melted the rings. But it had good compression. It did on one side. It's kind of like a flat tire. It's only flat on one side. Yeah, same thing with the rings and the piston, but yeah, it got her pretty good. So anyway, what happened here is that, you know, this is obviously a Chinese-made product, and what happened was the bolts to the motor mounts had vibrated out. So the guy is not, you know, he's somewhat mechanically inclined, but, you know, he doesn't do this all the time, every day. And so what he did was he just stuck any bolts he could find back in there, and he had like a socket for a spacer and some stuff. And what had happened is it got the chain out of line and ended up rubbing a hole somehow or another. Okay, there you go. That was one of the things. I think that hole there's a couple in it, but that big gaping hole right there was actually from the vibration of the giant washer or something he had in there. But anyway, somehow it was all offline and out of whack, and it wore a hole in there, and they couldn't figure out where the oil was coming from, but they just kept running it, and that's what happened. So it ran out of oil, and it pretty much just ruined it. So anyway, you know, I told him, yeah, you know, a top end for this thing, you know, labor and the parts and all that, it just really wasn't worth it. But then I think I found, I can't remember the name of the website now. I just looked it up for you. powersports.com or something like that. I found the exact replacement motor for him, and I believe it was like $225 or something. I'll double check all that if anybody really wants to know where to get it and the price and all that. I'll get you that information. Just say something in the comment section. Anyway, it took like 4 or 6 weeks to get here from Hong Kong or somewhere. It's pretty crazy. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to slap this brand new motor in here and get this thing back up and running for him. You know, it ran great when parked. But anyway, that's just that's what I'm doing right now. Don't mind my little makeshift spot. I got a lot of stuff going on, just trying to move into the shop. So I laid this old moving blanket down on the ground, and yep, I'm going to get down here on my knees and I'm going to get down here on my knees and work. Get your mind out of the gutter. Anyway, so yeah, I got to get this thing in, get this back together for him. So his kid's just, you know, been without it for a while. Apparently the kid's uncle, I don't know if it's that guy's brother or his wife's brother, which is probably like close to 300 pounds, was the last guy riding it when it stopped working. And so the poor kid hasn't been able to ride his ATV for, it's been, I don't know how long, months and months and months now, maybe longer. I think it was stored somewhere for a while because they didn't know what to do, and everybody was trying to get it running and this or that. So anyway, that's where we're at. The Dragon's on it. I got to get this done. It's been lingering. I've had it for a little while now, And actually I was waiting on my customer. He kind of forgot about it and he never ordered the engine. And I said, man, you know, that's what's going to take the longest. It said like 4 to 6 weeks for delivery, and that's how long it took. So had a little bit of delay there that time, and it wasn't on me. So anyway, like I say, stay tuned. I'm going to be working on that, and I got some stuff coming in hopefully today, some more jobs, and then I have one more load to move out of my shop tomorrow. I've got that 33 Ford Victoria I got to move over here, an old Gold Wing, and then I have that Harley Trike that has a computer issue, ECU issue. So anyway, stay tuned. I'm going to get her done.